What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the stream. It's going to be the ESL India Premiership quarterfinals. It's going to be the next two games coming for the day. It's going to be Elements Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stream. My name is Blair. Shout out to Prashant, Tequidas, Prabhakar for casting the previous 2 games. It's been a long day. It's been a long freaking day. It's 10 p.m. in the evening over here, and Pra taking one for the team and casting, which is not his primary job. He casted for like a lot of hours non-stop. So shout out to him. My name is Blair. Welcome to the stream. It's going to be Elements facing off against the council from all the way from Bangladesh, and this is, ladies and gentlemen, of course, the quarterfinals, the third quarterfinals of the Challenger Cup number 2. All these teams are on LAN. This is a knockout. It's best of 3. So we already have 2 teams who qualified from the first 2 quarterfinals. They are going to be playing in the semifinals tomorrow in Comic Con Bangalore. If you guys are in town, do drop in. So here we go. Elements starting the city side on cobblestone, and they will be going for a pretty armor and tap USB buy. And look at this push coming up from the council. They have no chill whatsoever. There's a rushing into a drop, and this is a complete slaughterfest. A team kill coming in as well. What is going on? Everyone is dying, and I have no idea what's happening. Savage is on 1 point of health, and Savage is tapping away. He somehow survives for a few more seconds, but gets taken down. And this is just a complete slaughter as Rage and Captain Zolo will pick up 5 kills from the 2 of them. What in the name of God was that? There is Rush B, and then there is what the council did right there. That was just absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Just rushing in, 4 guys from drop, and Elements are like, what was that? What was that? Elements don't, no time being wasted. Deagles, 1 Deagle and Savage. Not that Savage, it's our Indian Savage. And let's take a look at the names here for the team. It's gonna be Nims, Bunty, Mad, Babu, and Savage for Elements, and for the council it's gonna be Fragu, Outlaw, Captain Zolo, Zulk, and Rage. And let's see what they have in store for us in this anti-eco round. They have a pretty interesting buy. P90, a Mag-10, a UMP, an AK-47, and a Galil. And Fragu going for the long-range duel against the Deagle of Savage. That's kind of risky, especially when you have the P90. It's doing a little bit of damage, but at that range it's pretty tough to land that sweet headshot. So both of them doing some, scratching each other, not really doing much damage, as Babu Jalela. Bacteria. I'm gonna call it Bacteria. That's a nice name. He's gonna get a long-range kill onto Captain Zolo. That is interesting indeed. He's pushing in pretty deep as well. And he's got backup in the form of Mad and Bunty. Both of them playing from the A-bomb side. Although now, not a big fan of this defense from Elements. They're spread pretty thin all across the map. And you can see Savage now taking a lot of damage, as Fraggy should be able to find him with a P90. He's got a lot of bullets, 40 bullets, can pretty much left click and get him, and that's exactly what he's going to do. And they're going to find themselves in the bomb side. But Nims and Mad are going to get 2 quick kills. Nims with a double kill. The bomb is down, and Fragu is going to get fragged in the face. Mad will shut him down. And Elements winning the eco round, and the council, well, they went from 5th gear to basically getting stalled. 1-1. Interesting start to the game. Where's the council's flag? Well, it's kind of funny. So Valve puts the flags in the game. I remember when Mongols, they qualified for IM Taipei. Was it IM Taipei? I think it was Taipei. Yeah, it was Taipei. And Valve had, holy Christ, never mind. I'm gonna get back. Hold on. Babu taking a while. That's a Bacteria. I'm sorry, taking a while to get the kill. Bundy's gonna help him out. They're gonna get the bomb down. This game is absolutely ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. This is matchmaking at its finest. The word passive, tactical. The words passive, tactical does not exist in both these teams' dictionaries. They want to give us fast Counter-Strike action. That's exactly what we're getting. Bunty's going to find Captain Zolo. Now it's a 2v2 as Bunty is coming in from behind with ABC, and he completely forgets to put his crosshair on Rage's face. And Rage with a nice, I think it was triple kill there for the man. And then 2-1 to the council. So the moral of the story so far is don't buy guns, buy pistols, and keep rushing in. It will work out. So yeah, coming back to the flag story. So Valve puts in the flags in the game. So there are certain flags which are not there. So Mongolia didn't have a flag in the game. until the Mongols qualified for the Asia Minor, and Valve were like, oh shit, you know, update time. So they so they put out an update for the Mongols to have a flag. So that's something that happens. There's nothing much we can do about that. If you feel angry over the fact that Valve are ignoring your country, kindly do drop them a mail. Meanwhile, this is... I can't even cast this. This is ridiculous. This is like watching Deathmatch. Heck, Deathmatch has more strategy than what I'm witnessing right now. They're just rushing in. Council with a Tech 9. There's Rage tapping away. He gets the kill. Mad's going to find a kill as well, but he just has the 5-7, and he's going to get the kill, and this is another Force Eco round. What the hell is happening? I have no idea. 3 rounds where the team was ecoing have won. What the fish is happening? It's 10 p.m. I am not ready for this. My body is not ready for this. My mind is not ready for this. No one is ready for this. And this is Elements versus the Council. Bangladesh versus India, for those of you who feel a little bit of nationalistic pride. And the Council, they've realized a simple fact. Rush, don't stop, hold W, don't let go, and just keep shooting. As Mad. They're just gonna force buys. This is just... What is happening? What is this game? What is this game? What is this game? Zolo on the lurk. No one spotting mid, so he will be making his way towards balcony. He's playing it smart. He's playing it smart. But Elements with their force buy just might be able to pull this off, and this has been the most ridiculous game. It's not even You know what? Maybe I need this. Zolo is gonna get the kill and picks up a gun as well. He picks up the UMP. He can do a bit of damage. He's got a lot of time to work with. Instead, he's just gonna keep running. He can walk. He got a lot of time to work with, buddy. And Savage deciding, I'm going to do a drive-by. He fails a drive-by, and Zolo is going to get taken down by Mad. Mad, a quad kill with the MP7. Council, you should not let that happen. To be honest, the last 4 rounds have been a textbook. That's a textbook of what not to do when you're playing an anti-eco. This is absolutely brilliant. I'm loving this. I struggled so hard to get back to LDM. I just might get D-ranked watching it another couple more rounds. Council finally going for an eco, so we actually see a full eco coming out. No more force buys. I don't know why they're not buying up. I mean, it's been working out for them. Just force buy, just force buy. Bunty as well. None of these guys know how to not stop pressing W. I'm forgetting how to English here. I am so sorry. Bunty just pushed in. He has no chill whatsoever. He's taking the fight, and he's getting dinked down pretty badly. Bear in mind, they just have a few P250s, and Bunty is gonna still somehow stay alive. The Molotov saving him as well. And Bunty, you are blessed, my man. I don't know how you're alive for so long. Nims as well, going for the counter boost, and Elements are playing this like they're playing an eco or a force buy. They are just pushing in. It's an eco. It's an eco. They're on an eco. Play the anti-eco. Please. Rage all alone. 1v5. Is it possible considering how this game has panned out so far? Abso-freaking-lutely. Flashbang comes in over from Plateau, and they are pincering him in here. And Rage, he hears them, and they're going to check the corner. And Rage gets a kill. Is he going to get another one? No, he wants Savage. Will shut him down and puts him to sleep, patting him down in his lap. 42 Elements in the lead. Council, however, will be able to buy up. AKs should be coming out. This is fun. 5 AKs, 3 M4s, a UMP, and a FAMAS. So, before I left, Equitas, who was casting the past couple of games, he was like, you know what, Blake, I'm telling you right now, the next 2 games are going to be pretty bad. I at least got to cast a good game, so... Oh, by the way, here's the thing. Equitas was casting the past 2 games. He's going over to the Blitz Cafe right now to play his game for TMG, so... What a man. What a man. Meanwhile, fair trades, 1 for 1. It's a 4v4. Council, they are far, far away. This is so chaotic. This is, like, some people talk about chaos theory, and this is the proof. This is a definitive proof that chaos theory is something which is very much real. Because this is chaotic. This is complete, utter chaos. This is like the United States post-Trump getting elected. Zolo, he's lurking around. They haven't... Oh, man. Sloppy play. Bunty, lucky not to die. And Zolo's just roaming... Oh, okay then. Snap straight to his head. And Bacteria has been annihilated. And meanwhile, Outlaw... He's gonna drop in as well. What is this? What is this? Counter-Strike. What is this? Counter-Strike. This is Counter-Strike. This is not Quake. This is not Quake. You don't just go for those shots. You don't just jump in. You don't go for these plays. But somehow it's working out. Mad's gonna be found by Zolol, Captain Zolol, and Zulk will get the kill as well. That was a snappy shot, by the way. And the council will, in turn, reset Element's money. Not completely, though. Bunty and Mad will be able to drop a few pistols here and there. But 4-3, this game is going to go down the third map to a quadruple overtime. I can just see it. And it's going to end at probably 5 hours from now. Rip me. Frag you with the AK. And Elements. Wait, why did Bunty buy? He had the money. Yeah, okay, I guess this makes sense. But the sole M4 on his team. The rest of them on the Deagle, a couple of 5.7s, a P250. Got a couple of kits, a couple of flashes, one smoke on Bunty as well. Bunty's the only guy with armor and Kevlar and head armor. And now Captain Zolo. He's pretty much going to channel his inner Olaf Meister and just try to solo take B Plateau alone. And Council, here's the thing. They're slowing it down so much. This is weird. My body can't take this. Slow Counter-Strike? What is this travesty? Why have they stopped pressing W? Is the question. Nims? Nice flashbang. And I don't know if he spotted the guy on top. Zol's going to announce his presence. This is going to drop into drop with that AK-47 of his. Outlaw on top as well. Outlaws going to fall back, and Zolo should wait. He should wait. Doesn't need to peek out right now. Just needs to wait for his teammate to come out. This is going to come out solo and completely lose his spray. Why would it peek out when the teammates haven't still made their way into the site? And it's going to be another equal loss here. Is it? Outlaws low rage and 34 points of health. He's all alone. He's going to get a kill, but it's now a 2v1. Savage with a Deagle. Full HP, however, for him. And Bacteria, he's looking to invest. Rage gets a kill, but does he know where the man is? 6 seconds remaining on the clock. He's going to be able to get the bomb down. Yes, he will. No, he swaps over. No, why? Why, Rage? What the fuck are you doing, man? What is happening? He heard him run, yes, but he could have got the bomb down and at least played the 1v1. I need a drink. It's been 8 rounds and I need a drink. I usually start needing a drink after like... Oh man, with a nice no scope there, but it gets completely taken down and... Another force by win incoming. This has been like I don't know why these guys are even buying guns. Why are you even buying guns? Just stick to your pistols, man. Just stick to the freaking pistols. Why are you even buying guns? I think this is what the 6th force buy round a team is winning, an eco force buy round. And Bacteria spots frag you. Finds Zolol, but frag you able to take him down. Another force buy / eco round win for one of the teams. And Elements are going to get hard reset. I have never, in all my years of watching Counter-Strike, and I've been watching Counter-Strike for a long, long time. I've been watching Counter-Strike, and most of you who are watching right now have probably played a computer game, or probably we're still learning the alphabet. But I've been watching Counter-Strike for a long time. And... this is special. This is very special. This game is very special indeed. Pretty much full eco coming out from Elements. They got the 5.7 and the P250. And a couple of two guys stacked over at halls and hallway. Council slowing things down again. I don't know why they slow things down. Every time they slow things down, it just doesn't work. You gotta press W, bro. That's how you win games. At least that's how I've been winning this round so far. Rage, slowly making his way in. He's all alone. And he's gonna die. Yep, there we go. Savage takes him down to USB. So why not? But they're gonna be running out to the B bomb site, and the rotation should be in effect. Although a couple of guys are pretty far away, and Zolol takes a while. Frag is actually gonna get the kill though. And Matt looking the wrong way. Outlaw will rip his head clean off. He's looking for more. Bunty, however, able to do a lot of damage onto Outlaw. But it's a 4v3, and I think they'll be just trying to hold on to the AK-47 here. On Savage, Bunty, and Bacteria, looking to get a kill. That's such a beautiful name, Bacteria. Zolol immediately takes him down. Zolol might be able to get another kill here. Yes, he will. Gets a second and a third. And Zolol with a triple kill in the end to wrap up the round. So the scores are tied 5-5. Elements might have to eco again. Might be seeing a few upgraded pistols coming out, perhaps. Maybe some few more P250s. Maybe a deagle in the mix, but that's about it, I guess. Or just a 5.7 in this case. P250, nade, flash. They'll be looking to buy the next round. But Council surviving surviving 2 ecos from Elements. Bear in mind, CD side economy is always hard. But honestly, this has been pretty atrocious. I'm sorry. I mean, this has been just atrocious. Both the teams getting ecoed so many times. Fraggy, however, this time around is going to open things up. Gets the kill onto Matt. Matt trying to aggress in towards Plateau, trying to get some information. I'm not a big fan when you play passively, you know, with default setups, when you just have P250s. You know, when it's an eco round, might as well stack aside and go for a play. Zol's walking all the way in. Why? Why are you doing this? Fraggy with a Tech 9 gets a kill. Outlaw finds Nims. Bunty finds Outlaw. 2v2. Fraggy was totally bleeding, but Fraggy with a great shot. But now it's down to Savage. Can he live up to that name is the question. Gets Zolk. Great patience. They're reading it perfectly. And Fraggy is on 19 points of health. Savage playing it smart, tossing the flash out from drop. And Fraggy just got to hold the line. He doesn't care about anything else. He just has the op. And one bullet is all he needs, and he will find the kill. But Jesus Christ, Council, stop punching yourself in the dick. As Elements will, of course, be able to buy up again. But wow, how did it come down to 1v1? I have no idea. Shout out to Petrichor for giving me a beer. That's the only thing keeping me in this game right now. Savage and Fraggy, the op. Savage. Let's see where he's going to go with that. He's going to be going for the fast play here. Going to drop it. Ow! What? What? No. Where is this game? What is this game? Oh my god. I'm sorry, just Outlaw 1v2 is gonna try and clutch us out. And Bunty is gonna decapitate him in the air. What the oh man. Like this Jesus. Okay. All right. Breathe. Breathe. All right. And the council, of course, forced by. And they're obviously, I predict them to win this round. Just because they're forced by. Savage finds Zulk. Nice time flash there. He might be just caught off guard. There we go. Rage can take it down. I'm not a big fan of having like just the solo op over there when you know it might be a half-wide coming out from the tees. And you'd rather have your A guy sticking next to you. And the timing from Captain Zolo takes on Mad. 4v3 now. But the bomb is falling back to B. And Bunty's got himself in a very good position, although he's all alone. Zolo gets taken down, and the smoke is not going to help Bunty out. Outlaw's just going to come charging out. Gets a kill now, 3v2. As Bacteria is going to get taken down. Nim's left alone in the 1v3. And the bomb is down. And if you can just open up tab for a second. Yeah, look at that. Look at how the rounds have gone. It's just been literally back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That is absolutely something else. But it is going to be 7-6 Council in the lead as we are entering into the penultimate round of the first half. Nims, run and spray. That's the way we do it. He will get the one kill, and he just needs to stay alive. Stay alive. Don't give away the gun. That gun could have been used for the next round. I don't know why he went for the fight in the end. Council keeping 2 members alive, so of course they'll be able to buy pretty comfortably, as Elements will be going for an eco here, because they will have to buy up in the final round. So just USPs all around. 157 on Bacteria, because he had like about $3,500 on him. That's about it. A couple of PD50s perhaps in the mix. This should be another throwaway round for Council. They should be able to win. Sorry, throwaway round for Elements. And this is Council's round to lose. He's going to be going for fast A play. Matt, here's this. He's going to get wrecked here. There we go. Rage. We'll take him down. Backup is far, far away. The rotation is very far away. As they went for a B stack. And Council will be able to get the bomb done pretty comfortably. No one's... What was... How are they all in APC? Like, why was no one marking balcony from the Council? Luckily for them, they will be able to dispatch off 2 guys. Zulk going for a weird jump there. Savage gets a kill in the Rage. Looking for more, but the last man left line is going to be Bunty, and he's getting pinset here. And Outlaw will take him down with a P90. 8-6 to Council. As we are in the last round of the first half.
Rồi Bangla hit bomb đã.
Shot i niestety to pojawia się środowisko.
First half of the first map. Slightly scrappy buy. Mag 7 on Mad. The FAMAS on Nims and a few M4s on Bacteria, Savage and Bunty. Counciled up. The P90 will be in place with Rage. Frag you with the op. Like they want to go for this B play, playing passively. Look at where Bunty's coming in. He's not pushing in. He's actually just waiting over at mid, trying to gather some information. Mad, I don't know why he's looking that direction. Probably trying to avoid a flash, perhaps. It's almost a 4-man stack, standard stack, and it looks like everyone has disconnected from the server. It's on LAN, but LAN problems. LAN problems. There we go. So we have a reset coming in. Hallelujah. Speaking of which, rest in peace to Leonard Cohen. One of my favorite singers of all time. died at the ripe old age of 82. So yeah, it's been kind of a bummer day. Kind of a sad day. Woke up to the news he died. I'm like, oh, that sucks. But then thanks to this game, I am entertained.
the pause, guys.
So,
Sorry for
so
that.
We have a little bit of technical issues being faced by a couple of players from the council as well as Element. So we will be... there we go. So a couple of players disconnecting. We will be restoring the round. So we're going to be just cutting to a very quick break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be back with the game as soon as we have the last player joining. I don't think we're just going to cut. I don't think we're going to cut to a break. Just going to leave you guys with some music, and we'll be back once we have the last player joining in.
কাজটা আসলে চরম রে ভাই
Go anywhere.
কাজটা আসলে চরম আর খেপো না দেখো এনজয়
Alright, boys, we're back. Thankfully, it didn't take that much longer, so it's going to be... We'll be
guys
replaying the
খেলা
last
বারে
round
স্টার্ট
here.
হইছে
Off the first half,
আর ওই
Council
শালার কাস্টিংও এনজয়
for
এনজয়
AKs and P90 and Elements with, like I said, kind of a very light buy. The Max 7 on Mad Bunty with the M4, just Kevlar and the Council deciding to do everything else. They're going to rush in mid. Frag you is going to savage, and they're going to find themselves an empty bomb set. There's no one in the site. Bunty's going to try and make his way towards APC, but Rage already clearing out the corners, and Frag, he's not stopping. He's just holding W and killing everyone. What is happening here? It picks up a double kill, looking for more. Bacteria does spot him out. But he's done his job. Fraggy's looking for more. And Matt hasn't spotted him out yet. And Bacteria's doing great work. Fraggy's doing great work. Picks up another kill. Finally, Nims will reply back. But it's going to be all down on Nims. And Outlaw is there to take him down. That was Council just shifting gears up, running in. And Fraggy living up to his name and fragging people left, right, and center. 9-6 to the Council. Pretty solid half in the end there. Although some of the rounds are absolutely ridiculous. I don't know. I lost count of how many eco rounds were won, or forced by rounds were won by both the teams. So now Council on the tougher side. Element 6 round CD side, yeah, it's fine. You can work with this. It's very much workable for Elements. Now Council, they do have the 3-round lead. If they win a pistol round, it can make the life very much easier. It can easily be like 11-6 or 12-6. And of course, Elements. There's going to be a fast B play coming out from them. And Zolol with the Molotov to prevent anyone coming in from drop. There's no one to drop it. Zolol with a quick double kill looking for more. And now Fraggy just turns around and just wrecks head Mad all alone. And he's going to go completely, utterly nuts to pull this one off. The 1v5 makes it a 1v4. But he's got 4 more kills to find. And a Council just shutting it down in the B-bomb site. And Mad taking the fight here with Zola. And Zola's going to be helped out by his teammate. And Mad doesn't really know what to do right now. Just running around. And that was a little risky from Frag. You didn't have to peek out there. He is kind of low, bear that in mind. So, flashbang comes out. The one flashbang, but Zulk will find Mad and Council with a very convincing pistol round win. That was a complete shutdown. Great shots coming in from Fragu and Captain Zolo. That's some nasty stuff. Elements will of course be going for the Tech 9 armor buy. They look like they're going to be going for this drop play. They have Mad making some noise outside of mid. And they're going to be coming to drop. And 5p9. Okay, I didn't see that. 5p90s. Wow. There's gonna be a lot of salt after this round. 5p90s. It is the war of the ages, ladies and gentlemen. Tech 9 versus the P90s. And what a horrendous smoke that was. Oh my god, this is gonna be a slaughter. This is an absolute slaughter. Zolo with 3 quick kills, but Savage and Mad, they find 2 more as well. Now it's a 2v2. What is going on? The bomb is dropped. Savage picks up P90s as well as P90s versus P90s. Zolo's gonna get the kill. Leave it all down to Mad in a 1v2 here, and he is stuck in a kind of an odd spot. He has a Tech 9 and a P90. He's got some armor, but half HP. While Zulk and Outlaw definitely. I don't know why to break that vent though. Why would you break that vent? I'm not so sure.
এখন হাসো মামা এখন হাসো এখন হাসো
And he does gets a kill onto Outlaw, but Zulk is waiting for him, and he will peek at the right moment. And Council somehow survived that scare again. Zolo, Captain Zolo, and Zulk. And Zolo, my god, this was painful to watch. It's been a long time since I saw 5p90s being bought up. Like, usually you'd have them mixed, right? Yeah, sure, it can have a couple of P90s. It's pretty powerful against even armored opponents. You usually have a couple of UMPs, maybe an M4 in the mix, but like 5p90s, that's like some next level meta right there. Pretty much a full eco coming out from Elements, and Rage is waiting with the UMP this time around. They're not going to go for the full P90s. That is kind of sad, though. I'd love to see more P90 action. Zulk. Absolutely horrendous timing there. He does toss a Molotov, but he gets taken a bunny. He's going to get another kill. Rage needs to find a kill here. He's going to get completely wrecked and somehow is still alive. Finally, he does get a kill before he gets taken. Savage taking too long. Fragu is going to get the kill, running kill onto Matt, gets another one on his Savage. It's all on a Nims here, 1v2 with the P250, and Fragu gets taken down. Now it's all on Outlaw, the P90 versus the UMP. Who is going to come out on top is the question. Outlaw slowly making his way, and Nims, he spots his head! He spots his head, but no armor. Aim punch is going to kick in, and P90 is going to be a little bit too much for Nims to handle there, and that is going to be another round for the Council, 12-6. But they lost 4 members against pretty much a full eco from Elements. That is sloppy indeed. And we are going to be seeing the buy coming out from Elements. AKs all around. Not much when it comes to utility. 3 smokes, 4 nades, a handful of flashbacks, and a Molotov in the mix. And Council. MP7 and Zulk. Interesting. The rest of them rifles, 1 P90 on Outlaw. The kit, very less utility, and that's what you get when you lose 4 members in both your anti-eco rounds. So if Elements are able to somewhat convert this round, they will force Council to go for a hard eco. That is risky. Mad. A little unlucky not to get not to do any damage. Let's frag you over at Plateau. And they've boosted the guy up already. Zolol's there waiting. And he's going to cut Mad off guard. Mad making a little bit too much noise. And Zolol reading it perfectly. There's a guy, Rage, is waiting on top as well over the boost. And will Bacteria check it? Yes, he will. He will check him. Spots the feed out, but he takes a lot of damage. And Rage is going to come out on top. He survives on 22 points of health. Meanwhile, the last 2 members of Elements are making the way from A-Halls. And Zolk taking the fight with the MP7 really didn't need to, because his teammate was very low as it was. He could have just stayed alive and gathered information. And Kobe perfectly placed. Nade, HE from Savage, but they have no clue where Rage is, and Rage is gonna find one, won't be able to prevent the plan from happening, and he is getting hunted down here. Bondi's gonna get the kill, Nim's gonna get a kill under frags, under Rage as well, and Nims with a double kill to end the round, and Element somehow pulling it off from a 3v5. They manage to steal the round away from the Council, and immediately you can see Council's money is kind of broke. Outlaw will be of course able to drop a few pistols to his teammates. They're still kind of safe. They're still in the lead with 5 rounds, but Elements can easily catch up, because bear in mind, city side economy is no laughing matter. It is very rough indeed if you start, you know, getting reset every 3 or 4 rounds.
Bishash, nomads, bishash. Parba tumra bhai, bishash.
And the 5 AKs from Elements and Council forced to go for the eco. I like this. I like this hole, but I wish they had more of a bigger stack instead of the pairs. There's 2 guys, Zolol and Rage. They have Frag you as well. And Element's doing the right thing. They are slowing things down way too much for them to aggress, and Nim spots. Oh, what? Okay then. The bomb is down. Monty finds one, and Nibby got a second. Outlaws gonna take him. They're gonna get ecoed again? Again? Really, again? The nade misses him as well. Zolol's gonna find Matt. It's all on a Bacteria. Bacteria. What are you gonna do? He's got a utility, but he doesn't want to announce his presence. Look at Zolola. Zolol's just camping in the corner, and he's gonna decapitate Bacteria, 30-7. And Elements to get ecoed again, How do you get ecoed so many times? So many times. I mean,
এগুলো বাঙালি পাওয়ার মামা বুঝতে হবে
you can't get ecoed so many times and then expect to win, because both the teams, but Elements especially, they are just losing against so many ecos. Elements, this is very sloppy Counter-Strike. Rage does pick up 2 quick kills before he gets taken down, and look at Bunty out in the middle of nowhere as Bacteria's gonna get killed in the Rage, but Outlaw is there to pick up the pieces. Last member left alive is gonna be Bacteria in the 1v3. He's got his hands on the gun, but no armor, 1 nade, and he hasn't spotted up his Zolo, just tapping away, trying to get the kill, and he finally gets it.
ওরে জোলরে
Kind of close in the
বইরা
end.
দিছস শাবাশ বাগের বাচ্চা
14-7, and the Council are 2 rounds away from taking down Elements, and it has been a pretty interesting map. I need a drink after this. Alright, so Elements will be able to somehow manage to get a buy here. Not much utility, few smokes, a lot of flashes, no utility whatsoever, and I guess they're gonna be following. No, they're not. They're not gonna be rushing B. That's what I thought they would. Instead of playing slow again. Council, they've just won some ridiculous rounds on their eco. And honestly, I mean, Elements, like, your opponents are in an eco, right? You have an AK. Why are you going out alone? Why are you walking into a crossfire of two P250s or, you know, a couple of two pistols? You're gonna die. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna die unless you scream or someone. You're gonna die. You're gonna give them a free gun. That's what's happening. They don't stick together. They don't even have the trade game going right. They don't have a feeler. Like, a feeler is someone who, you know, has an SMG or something. You know they're an eco. You know they're on a light buy. You know, why don't you just send in someone an SMG trying to find some information, get some info going for you? But instead,
মা এখন হাসো না কেন তুমি এখন হাসো তোমার হাসি শুনতে চাই
so the 4v5 Elements are struggling here. They do have the man advantage this round, and Zolal check the corner, and he will, but Nims will peek out ahead of him, gets the kill again. Like I said, when he pushed in, why wasn't the guy over in stairs marking him or covering for him or something? When Rage, gets the kill there. Actually, Outlaw gets a kill as Bacteria replies back. Zulk immediately trades as well. Now it's a 2v2. Savage and Bunty, they got to go for the Savage, and Bunty's going to find Rage. It's all down to Zulk here, and he's got to go Hulk mode, and he's out in the open. Bunty's going to get a kill on his Zulk, and that is going to be Elements with the 8th round. They do survive. How scared there, and they will prevent Council from getting to map point. It's gonna be the eco push coming out. The nade is gonna do a shit ton of damage. Matt's gonna fall back, and he's gonna get the kill. Alright. Meanwhile, it's all down to Outlaw. All alone. In the B-bomb side. And prayer on his lips. And prayer, I don't think he's gonna be answered. He's been spotted out. He's got a 5-7. And he's still somehow out alive, as Matt is gonna pick up 2 quick kills. 2 frags. 4 Elements, leaving it all down to Zulk, who is lurking towards the museum area. He's gonna be coming and pushing in towards B plateau, where the 2 guys waiting, and Matt again, Matt, you're low in HP. Why are you going ahead? You know, why are you running in ahead, Matt? Why, Matt? Why? I know your nickname's Matt and everything, but why? Why? Double eco for the Council. They have the luxury of they don't have the luxury. They do have the luxury of, you know, ecoing, going for the double eco. They have a pretty good lead, 14-9. They need just a couple more rounds. So they know that. They're aware of that fact. They are very cognizant of that fact. And they're going to be going for the stack play. Meanwhile, it's going to be B play coming out. As Savage is going to find Zolo. Zog does reply back. And Bacteria is going to go for this here. As Outlaw gets a kill. Looking for more. The 5-7 gets 2 kills. And Frag and Outlaw. The bomb's not planted yet, and Outlaw just playing in the smoke. So very smart. Bunty, he's just gonna plant right in front of him. And Outlaw, does he not hear this? He's gonna come charging around the corner, and Nims will pick up the last 2 kills. He could have got the kill onto Bunty there, because he's planting right next to him. Instead, he opts to wrap around the statue, and that was gonna be the end of him. Council with a buy, though. M4s all around. 1 Molotov on Rage. Kits all over, lots of flash, lots of smokes as well. And Elements, they're trying to crawl back into this game, but it is not easy. 4 more rounds to find, especially on the CD side. It's pretty hard. Sorry, on the T side actually. Yeah, my bad. They can actually make something of this. This is an interesting hold. Zolo completely relying on sound cues. He's just gonna like leave drop, basically just play from outside drop. Both Zulk and Rage are playing pretty close towards connectors, so they can go for the quick rotate if required. They're not playing warehouse. They're not playing halts, A-halts. They're not playing mid aggressively. And they do have a lurk on Bunty, who's making his way from mid. That is for Elements. And Zolo's gonna be falling back.
বিশ্বাস boys,
Elements
বিশ্বাস
playing
পারবি
very
তোরা
passively.
ইনশাআল্লাহ।
And Council are feeling a little, I guess they're feeling a little paranoid right now. They're like, alright, where are they coming from? They haven't made any sound yet, as we do see some noise being made over B. It's going to be full B commit here. The flashes, Molotovs coming out, and the 3 guys waiting for them. And that is, of course, Fraggy, Outlaw, and Captain Zolo. Can they hold on to this side? Can they get to map point? Is the question. And Outlaw's going to open things. A beautiful burst there. Finds Bacteria in his face. He has been eradicated from the map. Now, 4v5. 30 seconds. They got to commit. Mad with a great shot. Finds Outlaw. 4v4. They still haven't committed. Now they're going to be committing in. The bomb, I don't think has been spotted out yet. Zolo is still waiting here, but Bunty's going to find Fragu and Savage with a great shot into Zolo. Zulk's going to be found by Nims, and it's all down to last man left alive. It's Rage in the 1v4, and he realizes there's not much of a chance for him to go for this retake, and that is going to be another round for Elements to get to round number 11. So, 14 to 11, Council very much in the lead, and Rage.
ওরে রেজ
alive here.
সেই ছিল মামা।
Pick up the 2 exit frags, but that's about it. And Council just need 2 more rounds, but they might be feeling a little pressurized right now. Elements starting to string a few rounds together. They're not getting ecoed and stuff. Pretty impressive. Alright, the Council will of course go for another eco. They do have the AK save and Rage, and they should be doing the smart thing and just going for this pistol. We do have a pause coming in, probably attack pause from Council, trying to decide how they're going to play out the remaining few rounds. 26th round, we have, well, 5 more rounds remaining in regulation time. That is, if it goes the full 5 rounds, because Council just need 2 more rounds. This one should be Elements round, but you know what? I'm not going to say it, because we've seen 7 eco rounds being won already. 7 or 8 out of 25 rounds. So that is a ridiculous number as it is. Outlaw. My Sloans are pushing it. Here's the thing, right? I mean, you're in pistols and whatnot. Just go for like 3 guys pushing in or walking in or stacking. Why are you going in 1 by 1? Because the odds of you winning that duel against AKs is pretty much non-existent. And that's what's irking me, with both the teams, by the way. And in spite of that, they're still winning eco rounds. I just don't get it. Bacteria takes a fight with Zulk. Nims is going to find Fragu, and it's going to be all on the Outlaw and Rage. Rage has the AK, and Outlaw gets a nice shot. They're looking for more. Gets a second kill. The bomb is dropped as well. If he gets a third, he won't. Bunty will somehow get the kill. But Bunty 10 HP. That looked very, very scary for a second there. But Elements will win another round. 12 to 14 will be the scoreline as the bomb will get planted.
Bomb has been planted.
And Rage will hold on to this AK for another round. As Rage will be able to save. The money should be looking pretty good. It was an eco round. Again, like I said, right? So much damage being dealt out in eco rounds.
পারবে পারবে গাইজ, বিশ্বাস রাখো। আমাদের এই দামাল ছেলেরা অবশ্যই পারবে। জাস্ট বিশ্বাসটা রাখো।
Terrorists win.
And 14 to 12, this game is somehow going down to the water, to the wire. Alright, and Council, they're gonna buy up here. Op on Fragu. Let's see if he's able to work some magic with it. Matt is gonna be wielding the big green gun for elements, and it's gonna be an A play here. They're not wasting any time, and Fragu with the op. Oh, this could be brutal here, but Matt's waiting for him. He is ready, and he will find Fragu. And immediately you can see the rotation taking place from Council, because I think Fragu spotted at least 3 guys there. Nice team flash, nice team flash. Matt gets blinded. Luckily for him, there was no one there waiting for him. Now smoke comes in from the CTs. And elements. The right thing. They got the opening pick. They can take things a little slow now. Monty just lurking over on top of drop. It's such a risky hole though. I mean, Outlaw is all alone underneath crack. And oh man, guys, come on. Double smokes really. That's a completely wasted smoke. A smoke that can come in handy later down the line. And Council are kind of gonna fall for this, I guess. No, they shouldn't now. Why would Zalt go now? Why would he go? Why would he go now? Why would he leave? Why would he leave the side? Why would he leave the side? Why would he leave the side? Your teammate, no one spotted out. No one spotted the C4 yet. They haven't spotted anyone out, and he just leaves the side and stands out in the open right outside the door. That was so sloppy. That was so sloppy from Zalk. 14-13 will be the score. You can see Council already falling back. They're not going to bother going for this retake. And that is going to be another round for elements. 14-13. 1 round away from tying things up. And the Council, will they be able to close it up? Is the question. That was such a massive misplay, and Savage looking for the kills. He will find one. Why? They're getting decimated here. Outlaw will survive with the FAMAS, but the money is kind of bad. Rage has cash though, and he's gonna drop. They're gonna force it up. Okay then. Why? Okay. Can you just open up tap for a second, Mr. Observer? Tap, please. Observer. Hello, Petri. Well, it looks like our observer is dead. Rip. Anyways, the thing is, this is kind of very risky because with this force buy, I know they've lost quite a few rounds here, but if they lose this round, it's gonna be 14-40 to elements, and Council won't have that much money. They really won't have much money. They might be able to go for a few more FAMASs, maybe some UMPs and whatnot, but they won't have utility. And then elements will have it, will have a pretty easy time getting to map point. Why would you buy now, is the question. Why would you buy up now? Why wouldn't you just go for pistol armors and let them get to 14-14, that's fine, then go for a full buy and then try to get to map point, because this is very risky. This is a very risky buy from Council. Luckily for them, it's going to be a lot of damage being dealt out to Nims early on. And Zolo, however, counts on 39 points of health, but they need to win this round, or else elements are going to get the map point. Yeah, in my book. Full execute here. Zolo completely blinded, and Zolo spraying blinded, picks up a double kill. Savage finds Nims. Oh yes, oh yes. We're back to this services have resumed. Chaos is the name of the game once more. Savage and Mad. Somehow Council with this buy. They just might be able to pull this off. Savage. Found by Rage. It's all down to Mad here, and he's got to go absolutely freaking mad. 1v4, but they don't know where he is. Waits for the smoke to dissipate. Finds a kill on his Zulk, but he's noticed another guy over in Chicken Coop. And he's playing so smart. He's playing so smart, is Rage, and he will not peek out yet. This is so cheeky. Matt does get the bomb down. No, he won't. He runs out of time as well. And that is going to be the route. And how did they get this kill? Zulk Oh my god. And a team kill 15-13 and Council somehow pull off the round. And Elements are gonna be so pissed off about that one. Council, and they keep 3 guns alive as well, so they will be able to vibe very comfortably. 15-13. Council need 1 round. Elements need 2 more to take it to overtime on map number 1 here. And whew, Zolo. Lucky there, because Savage was looking his direction. And luckily, he will survive to fight later. And Zulk. Zolo did fall. I'm not a big fan of falling back so passively. I mean, you're relinquishing too much of map control. Like, you go for the very aggressive pick, you miss it, that's fine. You can fall back a little bit, try and force the T's to work for it. Try and force them to fight for map control. Because the way they're playing right now, if they get bum rushed by Elements, the rotation's going to be far, far away. They won't be able to get any backup in time. The cavalry's not going to be able to arrive in time, and that's going to be a major problem. Five v 5. No one's dead yet. No casualties on either side. Although Bacteria has taken a little bit of damage. 15-13 as Council are setting up for this A play. 35 seconds. It's gonna be it. It's gonna be a. There's 1 man waiting. It's gonna be Zulk who needs to just hold forward. Molotovs raining into the side. He is in a rough spot. He's gonna peek out wide. Matt should be able to get the kills. Blinded as well, but Captain Zolo's gonna decapitate Nims. In the meantime, 4v5. Bomb's still not down yet. Bomb's not able to cross over. Rage gonna fight Savage. A 3v5 now. And Mad, Bunty and Bacteria, they need to do something. Mad does find 1 4v3. Bomb should get planted. Yes, it will. But now here they come charging in. Fraguke, why would he just go in alone? He gets taken down. Bunty's going to get a kill on the Outlaw. Captain Zolo replies back, however. Now it's a 2v2. And Bunty with a beautiful shot on the Zolo. It's all under Rage here. 1v2. They know where he is now. He does a lot of damage to Bacteria. Bacteria doesn't really need to peek here. And Rage is going to go for this. And he gets a kill. But Bahu, Jalela, Asterix, Bacteria will find the final kill. 14-15. And Council's money is broke, ladies and gentlemen. They are broke. It's gonna be overtime, boys and girls. We're gonna have a long,
পারবি
long
ওভার
night.
টাইম যাওয়া লাগবে না, তোরা এখানেই পারবি ভাই, বিশ্বাস বিশ্বাস পারবি, কিচ্ছু হবে না।
All they have is 2 FAMASas, 3 5.7s, 5 flashbangs of smoke. No kit either. And Elements are playing it very passively. Monty gonna open things up. Captain Zolo's gonna fall. And right now, Council, they need some hero plays. I'm not a big fan of setup. They're all so isolated, except for these 2 guys over here. That's Rage and Zulk. And Rage is gonna walk out. Yes, he is. The timing. He has no idea where they are. Oh my god, this is horrible. This is horrible indeed. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Rage? He's gonna... Why are you running? What? But... I know you're Bacteria, but, like, you should have heard that. You should have heard that. The flash is so perfect. But Rage, is he gonna get the kill? Yes, he will. That was a 40-43. What the... What's happening? They're gonna run all the way back to B now. The bomb is making its way, but look at where Savage is. He's got a great position here, and they're not gonna be expecting this. Frag is gonna get taken out. Outlaw doesn't know where he is right now, and they're gonna go for the fight, going for the spam here. Savage is holding the doors, holding the gate, while the bomb will go down. 3v3 now. It is very much possible for the Council, but they gotta make haste. They have no kit lying around, and Nims with the best position possible for him. He's gonna drop in, and he's gonna get the kill in the Rage. That's all they needed. He's all done to Outlaw and Zulk, and they gotta go for a play here, and they're just stuck. No kit on either of them. No kit in the map, and this is gonna be overtime, ladies and gentlemen. As Savage, Bunty finds Savage though. How many team kills? A 1v1 now! But Nims, I'm sorry. He's gonna peek out and he's gonna win the kill and wins the round. 15-15, overtime. Okay then. Alright, it's gonna be overtime. Map number 1, quarterfinals number 3. Elements versus the Council. It is not done yet. MR6 rule set, 10k on everyone. And Elements on the brink of defeat in the first map, on the precipice of defeat. They cling on with their shattered, battered, bleeding fingernails, and they take it to overtime, where it's anyone's game. Alright, I'm going to leave you guys with the music, as it looks like players asking for a very quick pause, so we'll be back with the game after a little bit of music. I'm just going to grab something to drink, and we're resuming with overtime number 1 here. Alright, we're back again, ladies and gentlemen. Very quick pause for the teams. So let's see. It's MR6 rule set. First team to reach 19 wins. Or if it's 18-18, then it's going to be overtime number 2. For those of you who knew. Interesting buy from Councils though. They haven't put an off. Playing very safe. Opting to just use the M4s. Which is fair enough, because sometimes when people buy up ops in the first 2 rounds and they lose those 2 rounds, you tend to get completely broke in the final round, so... They could be thinking of that. I'm having dinner at the same time, so I hope you guys don't mind. It's 11 PM over here. It's a little late. I need to have my dinner, and this game's taking forever, so... Let's see what's gonna happen here. Matt, hugging the wall. Probably talking to his team while for the Council, I've never been a big fan of the setup, like segregating the 2 guys. Rage alone, he's gonna get smoked off and he's gonna fall back and just hold the angle here. He knows there's at least one guy, and the smoke's gonna block the sound of the scope. See, here's the thing, like, why is Matt alone? You know, why is his teammate backing away so early on? He's making a lot of noise alone. The smoke's gonna dissipate any moment right now. The timing is gonna be off. Matt, come on, man. You waited too long there. She's expecting the smoke to be there forever. He will get taken down. Council's gonna open things up. Savage is dropping in. Hasn't spotted anyone out. He will not get the kill. He will not pass, and he just might burn alive as well. He is so very low. 11 points of health. Fraggy's going to find one, but Nims does reply by Captain Zolo. Is going to drop Nims, and it's all down to Savage. 11 points of health against 4 members, and Captain Zolo will have shut down in the end, and that is going to be a triple kill for the man as well. 16-15. Council win the first round of overtime.
আর 3টা বয়েজ আর 3টা পারবা ইনশাআল্লাহ।
And again, no op for them. I actually like this. It's pretty interesting. I don't know if they're really meaning it. You know, if they're really going for this buy for that particular reason, that they don't want to get depleted if they lose the first 2 rounds. But sticking with the M4s is working out for them. Why not, right? Captain Zolo wielding the AK-47. He picked up off elements from the previous round. A trophy for the triple kill. And Mad, he's walking out. This is glass cannon. This is so risky. He's going to peek out as a question. Molotov's going to come in, and timing is going to be absolutely atrocious. So next to the tree, he will find one. One is going to take him down, and Zolo is going to get his face punched in by Savage. 2v4 now. And this just might be... Score's getting tied up here. 16-16. Molotov's going to come in with the wrong Molotov, but Bunty actually is going to prevent him from pushing out. And, oh, takes Fragu's head off, and Outlaw alone. 1v4. He can probably go in and try to do some damage here. He gets a kill onto Bacteria, but he's so very low. 19 points of fall. Nothing much he can do. He's going to fall back all the way to the B-bomb side and try and save. And you can already see Savage slowly making his way towards drop. And I don't know if the Outlaw's going to be expecting this. Luckily for him, Savage is going to be walking towards Plateau. But they are hunting him down. They are hunting him down. And Outlaw's going to be in a world of pain. Bunty immediately pre-firing around the corner. Triple kill for him. 16-16. The scores are tied. It is anyone's game here. The timing of the first kill, that was so harsh. Final round of the first half of overtime number 1, and we will be seeing the AWP on Captain Zolo. And who's going to come out on top is the question. And Elements, yeah, they have a pretty simple strat book. Rush B, then Rush A, Rush B, Rush A again. And this time around it's going to be Rush B, where Outlaw is spraying wildly, but he gets a kill onto Nims. He is burning alive, though. He is burning alive. Who somehow stays alive, tosses the smoke in the very end, but the nade from Mad is going to take him down. 4v4, they are committing. They have Bacteria, and this is so smart from Frag. He's just gonna peek around the corner, just comes creeping in, finds 2 quick kills, looking for more. Mad's gonna get shot. Frag you with the play. That play just might win them the game here. It's all out of Bacteria. 1v4, bomb is down. He can defend it, but there's not much of a chance here for him. He's got nothing to lose. I don't know why he's playing so passively. He's gonna go for this. Flashbang comes out, completely uses flash, flashes himself, doesn't flash anyone, and he's gonna get, well, denied. That is going to be the round. But Frag you with this play, with the hero play here, that was absolutely massive from him. 1, 2, and 3. With the last bullet as well. The 17-16 as the Council will go into the second half of overtime. Number 1 here in the lead. But now they're going to be the T side. They haven't played a T side for a while. And again, no AWP, and for Elements is going to be Mad once again wielding the big green gun here. I like how the A setup is for Elements, where Bacteria and Savage are playing together, close by, so you can trade at least, you can set up a crossfire or something, right? Instead of you face 3 terrorists looking a direction and boom, you get taken down barely, without even like doing any damage to your opponents, and suddenly your team is down 4v5, so I'm always a favor of the tag team approach, especially in this map. And Elements. Council need 2 more rounds to win this. Elements need to win all 3 rounds to take map number 1. So, this is tricky. And Council, they're just counting down the time. This is the problem, right? You wait too long without making much noise. That means the Elements are still going to have the utility with them. They're not drawing out the utility. Elements have that Molotov. That Molotov is so dangerous, you know. Matt has a Molly. Bunty's going to use his Molotov, but Matt has another Molotov on him. He can use that to stop any push. And with 30 seconds on the clock, they have to commit now, but they're falling back. Wait, what are Council doing? The 26 seconds on the clock. You got to commit now. You got to commit now. And I have literally no words. That was absolutely atrocious. That was really badly played by Council. Just simple as that. That was really bad. That was shitty. With a capital S. That was shitty play. 25 seconds remaining and you decide to rotate all the way to A when you have no awareness of where the CDs are playing. Like, no one's been pushed up mid. You have no map control. And you rotate from all the way from B. You're spread so thin. And 3 of you walk in one by one to give Bacteria 3 kills. Like, that was just silver 1 level shit right there. I'm sorry. That was atrocious. That was absolutely atrocious. And if they lose this game because of that, they have only themselves to blame for it. That was completely stupid. That was so stupid, I have no words for it. There are no words in the dictionary for that. absolutely disgustingly bad. I'm sorry. You deserve to lose this game if that round. You deserve to lose this game. I'm sorry, Council. That was the worst play I could have seen, especially looking at the scoreline. You had the lead, 17-60, it's overtime, and you go for the most dumbest play I've ever seen so far in this game. And with that, Elements are 1 round away for taking map number 1. Council, it's a scrappy buy. Tech 9, couple of Galils, couple of AKs. They have the armor, they have a little bit of utility. But, yeah, this is looking very rough indeed. Unless Elements shit the bed. Which they might. They have quite a few times already in this game. But this should go the way of Elements here. At least, yeah, logically. But then this game has been anything but logical. The nade. Nims, what are you doing? Why are you holding the nade so long? Like, I don't get these things. Like, why are you holding the nade alone so long when someone just peek out and rip your head off? Yes, I'm triggered. I am triggered. I am pretty freaking triggered right now. Elements, despite them trying so hard to lose this game, just might wind up winning this. And the Council, are they going to do the same thing? Are they going to wait here till 30 seconds and go all the way over the way? They're getting no information. They're just waiting. What are they waiting for? What are you waiting for, guys? It's 38 seconds remaining. You have to commit. And since you haven't drawn the utility, there we go. Molotov in the face. What are you going to do now? You're going to get wrecked. Nim's going to get 2. Captain Zol does get Nims in the end, but Mad is there to find Rage. I lost my left life. It's going to be Fraggy 1v4, and it is not going to happen. Element's going to win the game. But honestly speaking, Council only have themselves to blame for that. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Council, I don't know what happened. It's like they just completely shit the bed. I mean, Council had that game. They had that game, and they just threw it. They just threw it. So map number 2 is going to be coming up after a very quick break. I need a drink. I'll be right back.